Ever wondered what culinary secrets hide in the frosty lands of Sweden? Well, let's embark on a tantalizing journey through the heart of Scandinavian cuisine, a realm rich in history and overflowing with diverse, mouth-watering flavors. From the coastal regions where the salt-kissed breeze infuses the seafood with a unique taste, to the dense forests that offer a bounty of wild berries and game, Swedish cuisine is a vibrant tapestry of traditions and tastes. And who can overlook the hearty, home-cooked meals that warm the soul against the Scandinavian chill? Think of the smorgasbord, Sweden's answer to the buffet, brimming with a variety of dishes, or the gravlax, a dill-cured salmon that melts in your mouth. And of course there's the crisp, saffron-infused Lucia buns that brighten up the winter darkness. Among these tantalizing dishes, one stands out, a comfort food that has garnered international fame: Köttbullar. Köttbullar, or as the world knows them, Swedish meatballs, have a fascinating history. These humble spheres of seasoned meat have journeyed through time and space, evolving from an aristocratic delicacy into a beloved symbol of Swedish culture. Tracing the origins of Köttbullar takes us back to the 18th century, a time when Sweden was heavily influenced by French culinary traditions. It was during this period that King Charles IV embarked on a 5-year sojourn in the Ottoman Empire. His return to Sweden brought with him not just tales of his exploits but also the recipe for köfte, a Turkish meatball dish. This exotic recipe, adapted to local tastes and ingredients, marked the birth of Köttbullar. As we delve deeper into the history of Köttbullar, we discover that the dish has evolved significantly over the centuries. In its earliest form, Köttbullar was a luxury item, prepared with finely ground veal or beef, and served on special occasions. The balls were often filled with expensive ingredients like truffles or foie gras, reflecting the French influence on Swedish cuisine. However, as time went on, the recipe for Köttbullar became more accessible. By the late 19th century, the dish had transitioned from the banquet tables of the aristocracy to the dining tables of the common folk. The extravagant fillings were replaced with more affordable and locally available ingredients, such as breadcrumbs and onions. The meat too became a mix of pork and beef, making the dish more economical and appealing to a broader demographic. In terms of cooking methods, the traditional approach involved frying the meatballs in butter, which gave them a rich, savory flavor. However, modern practices often involve baking the meatballs in the oven, a healthier alternative that still retains the delicious taste. From an imported delicacy to a national symbol, Köttbullar truly exemplifies the transformative journey of a dish. It's a testament to how food can travel across borders, adapt to new cultures, and become a cherished part of a nation's identity. As we continue to enjoy Köttbullar in all its delicious forms, we also celebrate the rich history that has shaped this iconic dish. Now you might be wondering, how does one create this iconic Swedish dish at home? Well, let's dive right into it. The art of making Köttbullar lies in its simplicity and quality of ingredients. Begin with combining ground beef and pork in a bowl. The blend of these two meats gives the meatballs their unique flavor and texture. We are looking for a ratio of about 2 parts beef to 1 part pork. Next up, breadcrumbs. Now, here's a little secret. Soak the breadcrumbs in milk for about 10 minutes before adding them to the meat. This not only helps in binding the meatballs together, but also adds a touch of tenderness. Now let's talk about the flavorings. Add finely chopped onions, a hint of allspice, and a dash of nutmeg. The allspice and nutmeg lend a warm, festive note, typical of Swedish cuisine. Once all the ingredients are in, it's time to get your hands dirty. Mix everything together until well combined. Remember, overworking the mix could result in tough meatballs, so a gentle hand is key. Now roll the mixture into small, even-sized balls. A tip here, wet your hands with a bit of water to prevent the mixture from sticking. Once you've rolled out your meatballs, it's time for the magic to happen. Heat a generous amount of butter in a skillet and gently place your meatballs in. Cook them until they're beautifully browned on all sides, and then simmer them in a rich and creamy gravy made from beef broth, cream, and a dash of soy sauce. The result? A plate full of succulent, aromatic meatballs that are crispy on the outside, tender on the inside, and drenched in a creamy, savory sauce. Serve them up with some lingonberry jam and mashed potatoes, and you've got yourself a traditional Swedish meal right at home. And there you have it, the secret to making the perfect Köttbullar. Why not try it out for yourself?